Welcome, this is Scott from My Life's Reward. Finally getting to finishing up the Geels Loop sets with this northeast loop. I had done it earlier. Somehow I had switched off stabilization and video was just unusable. So we went and rode the trail again with Keith, one of my friends that rides with me from time to time. And we have a really dry trail here. Dust is crazy. That's why we're going a little slower in a lot of cases, just to keep the dust down as much as possible. It was still a great day, even with the dust flying around. It was beautiful weather, and we enjoyed this ride. This is going to be a two-parter, and we're going to go to about just a little over an hour for the first ride, and then finish it up on the second part. We'll have all the Geels loops documented for all the folks that want to see what those things look like in their entirety. So with that, thanks for stopping by the channel and checking this video out, and enjoy. I call a south and a northwest loop. And then there's this one on the east side, and I call it like the northeast loop. I don't know why. I should probably just call it the east loop, because there's nothing south. Man, she's dusty. I thought the rain came through here yesterday. All right, so which way do you want to go, clockwise or counterclockwise? We'll go clockwise. Okay. I should have my lights on. That's still dusty in the shade, isn't it? So what's the tight? Higgins was pretty tight, wasn't it? Yeah. I was surprised. I didn't remember it that way. I wouldn't have taken my sister and my brother-in-law on that trail had I known that for their second ride. Did you see that memorial for that one? I can't remember the guy's name, but it was up on a hill. Did you go around to that side of the loop? Did we lose our connection again? Okay, I'll keep talking. Yeah. Did you see that memorial or whatever it was on top of that hill? Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah. So a couple months back I did the White Cloud loop, and I was by myself, and I was one of those times I'm not paying attention, and I was looking at a beaver pond and a beaver house, and I didn't see on the right side of the trail there was a 4x4 that was supporting some sort of a platform to go over a little gully, and my right tire and both my right tires, I went right down the center of that 4x4. Oh, so I'm sitting there, I'm totally bottomed out. 3 tires are not even making contact with the dirt. I'm like, okay. Well, my Polaris had differential locks on it. This, I don't At least in the front it does not. So I was going nowhere. So luckily I had a tree ahead of me that I could winch point from. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm by myself. What am I going to do? Well, just stop and think. But, you know, 1 step, 2 step, 3 step. But if I were just a little bit more to the right, I would have tipped the whole thing over. Yeah, it was quite a little gully. I don't know why I didn't see that. Kind of feel naked, eh? What's that? No, just it's a one-sided convo. I would have asked for your permission to do that. If I can wire it, I don't have the stuff, but I can Y cable it in and do both sides. Yeah. Oh, you can say whatever you want. It's not. I mean, every once in a while, depending on how loud I have it, my recorder on top of my helmet, because I have a separate audio track going, which is a DJI mic, it will pick up what's coming out of the earpieces, but very, very rarely can I hear both sides. Mostly when Jim yells. That's when I hear it. Jim, you heard that, right, Jim? Yeah, this will be on YouTube, so. Did you see the one I posted yesterday? We came up on a motorcycle and a dirt bike, and it was still on fire. Yeah, that baby was done. The rear tire was still on fire. Yeah, there's a lot of dirt bikes here, so I gotta just kind of around these corners, take it a little easy. Those dirt bikes don't always like to go slow. Yeah, very rarely can I go out on a trail and just kind of take my time. And talks about he likes to do that. He likes to see the sights, but then he drives fast. I don't know why. But so you would, if you plopped yourself down this trail, didn't know where you were, you really wouldn't know what trail system you're on, would you? They all look so similar. Did you catch that? Are you still there? Okay. Yeah. Have you ever gone across the bridge at Leota? Yeah. That's that outer loop, especially on the east side, is quite rocky and hilly. I was surprised. I liked it a lot. It's very technical. Oh yeah. Yeah, the banks, you can really bank turn on those. Okay. Yeah, if you ever want to bring them along, if we ever ride, when we ride, just feel free to bring them along. Yeah. Not really impressed with the Canam, the stickers. They seem to come off really easy. Like when I power wash, and I don't sit there and power wash and point the wand at the stickers. They just seem to want to peel off. Not the Polaris ones. I reapplied stickers on the Polaris when I busted up that front end. And those things, they stay on. Say that again? Yeah, I generally run them about 8. I don't even know what these are. I haven't really had a rough ride on this, so I'm just like, I don't know if it's the difference between the suspension system or I don't know. So I really haven't bothered to take. But I would imagine when I go up to Drummond next weekend that we're going to be reevaluating the tire pressure. Oh, okay. How many more you got? 0. Okay. And case in point, there you go. There's a good example. No, 0. He was riding solo. Otherwise, I'd just be waiting on the side of the trail. Pretty empty, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I generally like weekdays a lot better than weekends for sure. Yeah, yeah. Wow. That's nice. No. Used to be a GM guy myself, but I had some Blazers which treated me well, ZR2s, a couple of them, and then I had a Jimmy as well. Everything worked out great, and then I bought a Buick Rendezvous. That was, oh my God, that thing was terrible. And I haven't been back to GM since. Just not a very well built. I mean, my neighbors had one that was maybe a year newer. I must have gotten the first. I can't remember if it was the first year, but you know how new concept and then they have to adjust. I probably got the new concept version 1. But things like drivetrain issues, like front end issues, AC issues. I just had one thing after another. And the place that I bought it from, I just kept saying, look, you guys got to cover this stuff. I mean, this is, and they did. They covered it. I know. I mean, the thing was great. It had a third seat in it. I had, 3 kids. I had a mother-in-law, so we could fit everybody nice. But then I'm sorry, go ahead. Yeah. Yeah, I had a misfire on 2 of my cylinders, and I took it in and said, well, probably time to change the spark plug and the plug wires. And they did. It cleared up cylinder 4, but cylinder 6 kept giving a misfire. And took it back to them multiple times, and they tried the ignition, I don't know, ignition module, whatever they did there. And nothing helped. They checked the plug wires, they replaced the one spark plug, still misfired, and they just kept wanting money, and I'm like, no, we're not doing this anymore. And oh, we got a nice bridge here. That's right. And finally, the guy that I was working with just wasn't at all sympathetic to, what was going on, and he just was very cold about it. And finally, I just had enough, and I gave him which I felt bad about. I felt really bad about it, and I apologized to him. The owner called me and said, he's new, and when you did that to him, that really bothered him. That's when I apologized to him. But he said, had it been escalated to me, this is what I would have looked for. I'm not sure this is it, but what he would have looked for was, I would have had you bring it the night before, and then we would have cold started it the next day. No, before we cold started, we would have scoped cylinder 6. And I suspect their head gasket is leaking antifreeze into the cylinder. And just enough to cause it to misfire. And then when everything warms up and it blows all that antifreeze out, it runs fine. Because that's what was happening after a minute. And sure enough, they did that, and that's what was happening. So I didn't like their price when it came to doing the work, and plus they tried to double dip on some of the gasket, because they would have had to have replaced the valve cover gaskets, the intake manifold. They double dipped, so truss went right out the window at that point, and I took it down to Grand Rapids. Well, they had it for so long, they had to mill the heads because there was some pitting. And so they loaned me a brand new pickup truck, a Dodge, one of the nice extended cab that I think it had 200 miles on it when I got it. Well, Kyle and I went to Traverse City, went fishing. I went on a canoe trip with it. And I gave it back. I think it had 1,100 miles on it. And they were fine with that, but they got it all fixed up. I just took it back yesterday because there was a little bit of a vibration, kind of like what you were experiencing with your quad. Something wasn't quite right. They found that the exhaust on the left-hand side popped out of the mount underneath the driver's seat, and I was feeling that on the frame. So all fixed up, looking good. They got it warranted for 2 years. So if I can get another 2 years out of that cheap, that'll be great. And then I'm just gonna get myself another Jeep. Well, that dust is not letting up, is it? Hey, I'm going to stop just for a second. I'm going to check my battery on my GoPro real quick, okay? Boy, these radios are nice. You can really helps. We got some time. All right, good. Thank you. This is about the time we'll see some grouse, partridges, whatever you call them. They blend in so well. They can really surprise you at the last minute. I did hit one once. I really feel bad about that. That thing flew up and it flew right in front of me and bam. You're like, why did I give this Cardo here? This guy doesn't shut up. Yeah. Oh yeah? I've been watching a lot of videos for some of those trails up in Canada. Those things are something, those trails. Oh man, I forget the name of it. I'll send you a link to the channels. It's oh yeah. Yeah, everything's township based in Michigan. It's like riding in Baldwin area. If you ride off the side of the road, off the pavement, they'll give you a ticket. Yeah, but yes, yeah, and I don't even think it's a county thing. It could be, but I thought. Well, it could be a county thing, and then the township supersedes the county. So you could have all these, you could ride a very short distance and then have to ride differently, you know? Yeah, it's just impossible to track all that. So in general, it's like, usually I just ride on the pavement, and it's heck on the tires. It really wears down the tires fast. And I keep it under 25 miles an hour, or I try to anyway. And generally that, I have not ever gotten stopped yet. Well, actually I did have a county sheriff stop, but he was just stopping to talk about my mirror on my wrist. Like, that mirror on your wrist is super cool. Okay. Okay. Well, I always drive with my lights on, so that's good. I keep it under 25, and I just said I try to keep it on the pavement. So, yeah, that's Fox. That used to be Peacock LTD. Now it's Fox. Are you there, Keith? Hey, Cardo, unmute. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on a second. I got to turn it off the video and put it on my map. All right, we've driven 4 miles, okay? 16 more to go. Oh, that feels really good. Yeah. Intercom still working? Yep, okay. Nothing. He didn't break anything. His what? Oh, his brakes. Oh, that Wayne trip. Oh, I thought you were talking about the Leota trip. Okay, so when he flipped it on the Leota trip, nothing broke, but on the Wayne one, yeah. Let's see, that video is up yesterday, so that goes through that. But what basically happened is the castle nut on the right front axle, for whatever reason, I don't know if the cotter key broke off, fell off, or was not installed the last time he had that apart, but it backed off until it couldn't back off anymore against the dust cap. And then because of the extra play in the axle and the rim, the tire, and the hub and everything, it broke the caliper for the brake. That's the first symptom. That's what happened there. And then it pulled the rubber away from the outer U-joint, and his tire was going, and then the bearings all got messed up. And then let's see what happened. And then his tire was kind of sort of going in a, it was almost like the lug nuts are loose, but it wasn't that either, It was wobbling. Oh, he lost his whole front brake. There's actually 2 or 3 reservoirs. Yes, on my quad, on my 570, if I lose brake pressure up front, it detects that and it won't start. On his and yours probably, at least for sure his, he can lose brake pressure up front and it still starts. Yeah. Can you talk some more? I got my volume adjustment going here. You there? How about now? You there? Okay. Whoa, something's not paying attention. So then we ended up replacing both axles up front, both brake calipers, the bearing on the right front side and brake pads, and of course a new castle nut and a new cotter key, and bled the brakes out, and he's fine now. Yeah, he had replaced his bearings before, just because of wear and bushings. He had replaced bearings and bushings before, and his actual brake calipers. He'd replaced both of them before, and that's when he had all that stuff off. And I think he reused his cotter key is what I think he did, and you're never supposed to do that. So, yeah, but I think he actually used half of the cotter key. Like it broke, so then he kind of used it like a wire. I think that's what happened. That's just a guess, because I know that he wouldn't forget to put the cotter key in. But I guess that could have happened too, you know. So what else on that trip? So we haven't. Oh yeah, so you have gotten that far. Yeah, that's okay. So the last video is going from Monday Creek Trailhead. So the other one was at Long Ridge. No, was that at Long Ridge? No, Monday Creek. Monday Creek Part 1. Oh, yes. Okay, so how did you know about the brake, or the brake thing? Oh. Got it, yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Probably not recommended. Yeah. Okay. Are the feet, is it a genetic thing, or did something happen? Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, the quad riding's perfect then for you. Okay. Oh yeah, okay. What's the weirdest thing you ever saw when you were a truck driver? Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. Okay. Just imagining a dirt bike coming around one of these corners. Yes. Yes. I guess they probably do cut it down to the ground, but then erosion happens and it exposes itself. I'm sure that's what happens. But I wouldn't imagine they would leave them up like that, you know? Have you taken that on Little O yet? Okay. It is a nice trail. It's just there's a section. There's actually two sections that you will do some scrubbing on. Okay. Well, that sounds like fun. Okay. I think it's a township thing. I want to take my quad from my house to the Udell fire tower, which is right about where you were up in there. It's by Manistee. It's on the Firehouse Trail. It's not a working fire tower. It's been decommissioned, but it's still the only fire tower that's in the Lower Peninsula. That's still there. It's so it's on a metal girder system, and they have barbed wire around the bottom so people can't try to climb up and get to the steps. But it's like a full size. I don't know if it's full size. I'm sure that they stayed up. No, they had a. That used to be just. They never stayed up there overnight. That's right. They had a cabin that was nearby. That's not there anymore. So that was just strictly for probably for just watching on four sides, and then probably you could cook up there. But I don't think it was large enough to actually live up there. But I was going to take Pixie, and I was going to, whoa, big rock. I was going to take Pixie, and I was going to take my tent, or I don't know, maybe not. Maybe I go to Coyote Crossing or something. I guess that was a stop sign. I probably should stop. And then kind of make it an overnight, or maybe a 2-night deal. Not really do 50-inch trails, or you just do side roads and things. That was pretty wild, wasn't it? Well, if you ever need a riding partner, let me know, because sometimes it helps to have somebody around, you know. That scramble area, those hills, you gotta, like, sometimes there's gully washing going on in those trails. Like, yeah. Is that private? I didn't know that. Okay. I'm still here. So far, so good, but I'm not going to hold my breath. Well, using the app. I use the app to do it. So, and I still have the app running on my phone, so hopefully it helps maintain that connection, but you shouldn't have to do that either. But maybe that's what Kyle does differently. Maybe Kyle has the app running and that's what the difference is. I don't know. Yeah. You're definitely coming in at a different volume level for me, so you're coming in on a different channel. It's not the Bluetooth channel, it's the DMC channel, so I think that has a different audio level setting to it. Tomorrow it's supposed to rain. I think we could probably use it. Yeah. It is dusty. There was a big storm. I was down in Grand Rapids yesterday, and a big storm came through there yesterday. Lots of rain. Muskegon? Man, I have not done enough canoeing this year. I got the Chippewa River all mapped out where I'm going to do my entrances and exits, and it's going to take me 7 or 8 days, I can't remember, I think, to go from Barrington to Midland. Yeah, I was just there too. It's a nice park system they have there, and those bridges are nice. Okay. Go. I thought about getting an e-bike when I paddle, so that, because a lot of times I want to paddle but I can't, like my wife's busy, she has something going on with work, or she's got something that's happening, so she can't drop me off. And then I put my vehicle out wherever I'm going to go out at. And so I thought, well, maybe just because I like to solo too. I love to solo paddle. And because that allows me to take my 14 foot, or 15, whatever it is. And it's a really light boat. And then my dog, I can take my dog. And then I could take the e-bike, put that at the end I'm going to get out at, go back, get my Jeep, put the e-bike on the rack, and then go get the canoe and put that on top of the Jeep on the rack that I don't have installed right now. I haven't put it on this year yet. But the risk there is, will somebody steal the e-bike or the battery or something? Or will somebody steal the canoe when I leave it? Yeah. Probably the better thing to do would be, either way you gotta leave the paddles and everything. I don't know. I just wish you could trust people more. No, Where's this boy? Where's this at? Okay. Oh, okay. I think I lost the trail. Here, hold on. Yeah, okay, I found it. Yeah. I took the wrong. Yeah, I took the wrong. Yeah, I took the wrong. I gotta back up. Sorry about that. There's probably a better way from what I did. Did you make it through there all right? Oh, I see. Sometimes that stuff gets confusing because there's a tree down there, and then they do a wraparound, you know, and then they remove the tree, and then like, which way you go? Oh, being out at this time of year on these trails, about the time that we were walking across Michigan, it brings back a lot of memories. Yep. Yeah, I did that. That's out on the channel. It's 44 miles. We went from Grand Sable Lake Visitor Center all the way to Munising. I think it took us 5 days, and we packed everything, Fred and I. And I had a 24-pound pack. His was about pretty close to the same. I had a really, really hard time keeping up with Fred on the shore to shore. He had to stop a lot for me or wait for me. But on the Pictured Rocks hike that we did, it was reversed. He had his knee was really not doing well. Yeah, no, yeah. How far can you walk without too much discomfort? 2 miles. Okay, so there's some nice parking areas, and then you can walk into the to some of like the what's it the okay, yeah, you can walk into the log slide, the honeymooners. Yeah, there's at least a half a dozen places you can come into with your car, and then they have nice little platforms so you can do the scenic view. Sometimes there's a bit of a walk. Lover's Leap. Okay, I gotta turn left. Okay, so we got a little bit of a straight run here. I think Lover's Leap, I think you gotta do a 2 or 3 mile hike in and a 2 or 3 mile hike out. That might be a little much, eh? I think so. I think Turnip Rock, is it? No, that's not. That's over by Port Austin. Lover's Leap, or I think there's a little spot you can get down at the lake, or Hurricane Creek. Hurricane Creek. You can get. There's a campground right there. You can get right out there. Yeah, that'd be nice. Okay. Okay. I don't know why they just didn't cut over, because the trail is right there. I mean, you can almost see it. Suppose you could probably take this down, but we might as well do the whole thing. Yes. Nice and wide. Oh, you rode Drummond Island? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Did you make it to the beach? Okay. Okay. I see, okay. Right. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I have a feeling we're going to be seeing this next weekend. We got a VRBO up there, a house. Yeah, yeah, it's right across from the trail. Had their pins, yeah. Okay. That's where they have like the 12 rooms. Yeah, we stay there. Yeah. Yeah, it is. We've stayed there plenty of times. Trust me, if my wife likes it, it's good. Yeah, it seems like you get into these, I'm not trying to disparage anybody up in the UP. It just seems like when you get into the more remote areas, the standards, like you don't really have a choice to go someplace, so the standards kind of get lowered a bit. And we stayed at some pretty sketchy places. When we were at Iron River, stayed at a place I didn't really think that was nice, but I don't know, the group wasn't complaining, so I didn't say anything. So there's a lot of pressure because I'm the one that plans the trips and makes all the lodging reservations. And, so I'm always worried. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Well, yeah. If you didn't notice, we switched that up at Long Ridge, and we had lead, and that helps. That helps with. So if he's navigating, it helps him because it's keeping busy. Yeah, it keeps his mind off of it. We're at the halfway point right now, Keith, okay? You still hear me, Keith? Okay. Yep. Yeah. I don't have. I gotta go update my spreadsheet that's out there because I was gonna do it last winter. I never did. I'll try to do it this winter. But I have that spreadsheet on my website, and you can go and link up to any of the videos based on what trail you're looking for. So if you want, you can use a filter on the spreadsheet and say, "Hey, I want, like elevation, wet." And then there's related videos. You can kind of see what it looks like. It got a lot of good, positive feedback from viewers out there. They really like that. Yeah, there's Kyle and I have always talked about doing Black Bear Pass in Colorado. What? Yeah, it can so pretty dangerous, huh? Yeah, wanting to do it and actually doing it are two different things. Yeah. Yeah, that's something that we thought about, is how would we get our quads out? Like, would we trailer them? Would we do a pod or something, or a yeah, right, yeah. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to stop, if that's all right. Terrible location, but hey, we'll make it work. Probably should put it on map so I don't have to stop again. There we go. I love these stop signs that really don't have any. Must be up here, huh? Yeah, okay. I mean, why wouldn't they put the stop sign right here, you know? I don't get it. Anyway. Oh, okay. Well, you would know that, wouldn't you? Okay, all right, good to know. Okay. Yeah. I think I'm going to have to replace my speakers in my helmet. The foam ripped up, and now it's just bare metal against my ear. And, well, it's kind of sort of all, at least the one. A nice, relaxing ride so far. Great conversation with Keith. Thank you, Keith, for riding along with me. And we're going to stop the video coming up here. We're going to cross this road, and then we're going to end it, and I'll pick up from this point next week to finish off this loop. So with that, I want to thank you all for stopping by this channel, watching this video in its entirety, and until next week, take care. Hear me, but you couldn't talk, and I got to looking at it, and a mouse had gotten in there and chewed up the wires to the microphone. So I had to replace that, the wire set.